Here we go. Black MAGA fan who didn't go to January Capitol Hill riot gets a long sentence. That's 14 months. 14 months in prison for posting online threats to target rhino traders. Blames color of his skin for unfair punishment. Wasn't even there. That's the thing. A federal judge has handed down the harshest punishment yet for someone involved in the Capitol riot on January 6th, sentencing a Texas man who was not physically present at the riot to 14 months in prison. Troy Smocks, a black man from Texas, had admitted posting threatening social media messages online the day of the riot from a Washington, D.C. hotel room. His sentence is the longest term to date, resulting from federal investigation of the incident at the nation's capital. Smocks 58 appeared before the U.S. District Judge Tanya S. Chutkin for sentencing Thursday on one felony count of transmitting threats in interstate commerce. I'm no Dr. Martin Luther King, but we do share the same skin color and the same idea of justice. I just wanted to be treated equally, Smocks said at the sentencing after claiming he was being treated more harshly during court proceedings due to the color of his skin. Chutman, who is black, rejected requests from Smocks' attorney for a time-served sentence at the low end of the 8 to 14 months recommended by federal guidelines, that dismissed the defendant's claim that his sentence was unnecessarily harsh because of the color of his skin. I have not seen a scintilla of evidence that the prosecutor's decisions have been racially motivated, Chutman told Smocks at the hearing. You got other rioters there getting 8 months. You get rioters saying some crap like white people don't belong in jail. Wow. Smocks admitted last month to posting a message on social media network Parler under the handle of Colonial T. Perez the day after the riot, which was viewed at least 54,000 times. Prepare our weapons and then go get them, it read. Let's hunt these cowards down like the traitors that each one of them are. This includes rhinos, Democrats, and tech execs. We now have the green light. The terms rhinos refers to those who are deemed to be Republicans in name only. Smock had traveled to the nation's capital before the January 6th riot, but he was not accused of storming the building. Smocks has been in jail since he was arrested on January 15th. He pleaded guilty in September. One of the few black people among the 600-plus defendants charged so far, Smocks argued that his treatment has been unfair compared to with others who did actually enter the Capitol. But Chutkin said she had not seen evidence that suggests Smocks' prosecution had been racially motivated, and she noted that Smocks expressed little remorse for his actions. People died fighting for civil rights, she said. For you to hold yourself as somehow a soldier, that fight is very audacious. And that fight is very audacious. And this is what he wrote. Today, January 6, 2021, we patriots by the millions have arrived to Washington, D.C., carrying the banners of support for the greatest president the world has ever seen. Okay, you know what? Look, man. These people don't even know your name, and you're trying to fight for them. And you were instigating, you were instigating people you were inciting violence to happen at the Capitol. That's what you were doing. You were inciting violence. That is what you were doing. All right? And you can't get away with that. You're not going to get away with that, period. What else is there to say? And Trump nor Biden or any president. Wow. The brainwashing. But if we must, many of us will return on January 19th, carrying our weapons in support of our nation's resolve, to which the world will never forget. We will come in the numbers that no standing army or police agency can match. However, the police are not our enemy unless they choose to be. All who will not stand with America patriots or who cannot stand with us, then that would be a good time for you to take a few vacation days. The American Patriot. Yeah, right. Today, Eric Trump said that he would physically fight with the Patriots to save our country. Today, Representative Lou Brooks asked the Patriots to pledge our life and wealth to fight for our country. And today, President Trump told us to fight like hell. He said that our cause was a matter of national security. Yeah, Trump did it. He did incite the riots. And these people behind the massive fraud must be arrested and brought to justice. And that task falls on the shoulders of we the people, the American Patriots. You don't have that power to bring these people to justice. All right? If the election was rigged, look, I believe presidents are selected, they're not elected. Okay? You don't have that power. You see, Trump knew what he was doing. He had these people so riled up, people who don't think, who don't see these politicians. Trump is a politician. He entered this arena. He is a politician. They don't think that that he's just like the rest of them with his actions. All right? His actions say it all. But these people think that he is Jesus Christ. That's what people think. The same thing they thought with Obama. These politicians don't give a damn about you. He used you as fodder. Now look at you now. Look at you now. So over the next 24 hours, I would say, let's get our personal affairs in order, prepare our weapons, and then go get them. Let's hunt these cowards down like the traitors that each one of them are. This includes rhinos, Dems, and tech execs. We have the green light. Who gave you the green light? All who resist us are the enemies of the Constitution and must be treated as such. Do you understand that it had to be put in a bill not to harm black people? Men had to come together and just see. They couldn't just see for themselves that, this is another human being like me. I shouldn't enslave him. I shouldn't rape his wife, his children, and put him in slavery and scatter them across the country. They had to write down on paper that you as a black man wants to go, whatever. So I'm saying, man, you have to think for yourself. You have to think for yourself. These politicians don't give a damn about nobody. Nobody. Especially black people. Republicans don't give a damn. They don't take white supremacy seriously, excuse me. The Democrats think you're too stupid to do anything on your own. And you got Joe Biden, who's just as bad, if not worse. See, Trump was a walk to oblivion. Trump was a walk to oblivion. Biden is a sprint. He's pushing the gas. He's pushing the full throttle, and he's taking this country straight to hell. Both sides just as bad. It's just how they do things is just different. It's the same goal. It's different methods they use, but it equals the same result. The sentence exceeded what prosecutors requested. The time he has already served in jail, during which he tested positive for COVID-19. Smocks has a 2-decade-long criminal history, and prosecutors said he had bought a plane ticket to leave the country shortly before his arrest. His social media accounts indicated that he had been a colonial, but authorities found no record of military service. Prosecutors found evidence that he had a long past himself off as a veteran and had a history of fraud-related convictions from the 1980s to 2006, though he had stayed out of legal trouble over the past 2 decades. Smocks' sentence was the longest since an 8-month term handed down in July to a crane operator from Florida who breached the Senate chamber while carrying a Trump campaign flag. Guys, this guy is a career criminal, and this other dude that got 8 months, he lost a good job as a crane operator. A good job. For what? For somebody that doesn't give a damn about you, and he's going to eat and live in his house, not being told what to do, not being told when to shower, not being told when to eat. But you guys are going to be in a hole, all right? Basically a hole for for however long your sentence is, and then you got to start all over again. This is, come on, man. This is just something that this is this wake up call. All right. I really can't feel sorry for him because you've had a hit. You passed yourself off as a veteran. You committed fraud. Come on, you're not a veteran. You had a criminal history. You should have stayed out of trouble. That's it. You have this history behind you, and you want to play games like this? You're not going to help you now. Trump going to help you? No. Because if he does, he's going to get the veterans mad at him, the real veterans. Like, what are you doing helping this guy? He's a fraud. He's a poser. Why are you going to help somebody that posed as a military veteran and has a history of crime? It's racism. What do you think? I mean, what do you think was going to happen if you get in trouble as a black man in this country? You're going to get a lighter sentence? You're going to get a harsher one. You're going to get a harsher one. Yeah, it's unfair, but what's the way to avoid it? Stay out of trouble. I don't feel sorry for this dude. They're both plantations, and you fell for the game. We went around with the MAGA cult that don't think, because whatever Trump says, it's law. It is the law. It is the law handed from God himself. It's President God Trump, just like President God Obama. They're Christians. Yeah, right. Well, he's better than Biden. Really? Trump is better than Biden. Biden's not better than Trump either. Look into look at what's going on, what Trump has been doing, his dealings in the Middle East. Look into that. Look into the Abrahamic Accords. Okay? Look into his dealings with Israel. Is he a good president? Really? The man, okay, that meeting in Helsinki with Putin. And Putin wanted a man who escaped his clutches, that because this man was a porter and because that man dropped dime on the dealings of what Putin was doing in Russia, Russia got hit with some sanctions. And Trump wanted to oblige to just hand that guy over to Putin. That's the type. He's a good president. He's a good president. Presidents are selected. They are not elected. All right. Later.